at 4 o'clock this morning with his father to come down here. He said, I don't believe this is the last time that we will see killings like these, violence like this, but I have the faith that we are closer to a day when all of us do not judge each other by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Those sentiments, of course, were the same sentiments that I heard in President Barack Obama's eulogy of the Reverend and State Senator Clemente Pinckney. Scott?
Michelle, thanks very much. As we were watching the president leave the stage, we saw him speak with his wife, the First Lady, and then he crossed the aisle to give his condolences and his hugs to the Reverend Pinckney's wife and his two daughters, who are aged 11 and 6. Jeff Pegues is also in Charleston for us tonight. Jeff?
Scott, I was struck by the theme of this speech. Of course, the president talking about grace and going back to about a week ago when the family members of the victims of the shooter addressed him, of the alleged shooter. They faced him in that bond hearing and they addressed him, and there were not words of condemnation but words of forgiveness. And so that was part of the theme here with the president's speech, this idea of grace and how grace, according to the president, can bring change. And this was something that was woven throughout the speech. There were many of the themes that we expected to hear in this speech, the celebration of life of the victims of this horrific shooting here at this church behind me, but there were also the surprises. The president leading the crowd in song, and the president talking about forgiveness and taking on some controversial issues as well, the Confederate flag and gun control. So there were many of the things that we expected to hear from this president, and also some controversial topics as well. As you know, Scott, this is a president who has not shied away from dealing with issues of race in speeches past. He did it here again today, but also faced some of the controversies of the day, the Confederate flag and gun control as well.
Jeff, thank you very much. A remarkable day in American history. The Supreme Court of the United States finding that same-sex marriages are constitutionally guaranteed, and of course Monday was the day the state of Alabama said that it would move to bring down the Confederate battle flag from the state capitol. Other states followed suit quickly. A big week for America in terms of equal rights and human rights. Clemente Pinckney's wife and daughters wrote heartbreaking letters to him after the killing, letters that were included in the program at his funeral. And I'm going to read to you a short passage from what his wife, Jen, wrote. Quote, "I feel robbed, cheated, and cut short. I feel badly that our girls will never have their father to watch them grow. But I am thankful for one consolation, that your life was not in vain. You taught us through your example that we must trust in God in all things." She went on to say, "You were our hero, and now you are our angel." There will be much more on this story and the big Supreme Court decision today on your local news on this CBS station, on our 24-hour digital network, CBSN. It's available on all devices at cbsnews.com. And of course, we'll have complete coverage of all of this historic day's events tonight, right here on the CBS Evening News. Until then, I'm Scott Pelley, CBS News in New York.
It's Mattress Firm's 4-day sale. This Friday through Monday, get 4th of July savings on the hottest deals. Like Sealy Posturepedic Firm Queen Sets for just $399.99. Plus, get up to $300 in Mattress Firm Cool Cash with purchase of a Tempur-Pedic mattress set. Good towards free delivery, free accessories, and a free frame. And our best financing offer of 0% APR for